forget you. You was the night you died. I went to the hospital. I stayed there. I was right there. When the last breath left here, I was right there. Baby, you was my number one person. They tried to keep me in that line, but I told them I had to come home. I had a doctor's appointment, so I told Kimmy on because I know that I was coming back. Not right then. I know that I was going to be there with you. Mary, you would have done the same thing with me. You have spent my twin sister Mary. Mary was a hard-working woman. She got it honest. She got it from her mother. I got it from her.
Extend our condolences to the Polite family. Mary has been a leader in this community. She's been a businesswoman in this community over the last 50 plus years. And her demise, her passing, is a great loss to this community, to many people that she's helped along the way, those she's given a second chance to, and those she's afforded and given opportunities to work and make a living. Mary has been a very good supporter of mine over my political career. She was always there. I could always depend on her. And now with her loss, that's a void that cannot be filled. But we want the family to know that joy will come in the morning. Though Mary may be gone, she left a legacy here for you to abide by and to adhere to. And let her life live on through each of you individually and collectively as a family. Thank you very much. And on behalf of Carolyn and myself, again, we want to extend our condolences to the Polite family.
Nobody fuss anymore about the medicine. They're gonna miss it. Nobody fuss that wake up in a car.
The life of Miss Mary Polite. I can say a million things about Miss Mary Polite, but I'm gonna say one thing, that she was special. I loved her, and I'm gonna truly miss you, Miss Mary. It was like my heart and soul. You helped me with so many things in my life. I'm just gonna miss you. You got your angels, so fly away. I'll meet you one day.
Albany, this is a celebration of my friend, Mary Polite. This is a woman that did everything. She dominated Albany for almost a century. When I came here from the village, Kenya, it was Mary, 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 Mary. I met her, she had an infectious smile, the hardest working woman, on the globe. I think I can equate her to Dr. Florence Nightingale, Mother Teresa, and our own Mary Bethune-Cookman. Mary was about the people. She never slept. She didn't care what, She was a people's person. She was in Harlem, Mary was just there with the church, with that, So this is a great day. We're celebrating Mary. Hey, Marty, she is. Now that she's gone to heaven, we must carry the same spirit. We must do business. Yes. We must go to school. Reach out. Yeah? The church is, Mary, we love you.
Mary Peace, what can I say? One of the sweetest people in this entire world. Albany is truly going to be an icon. She was always there for the people, her community. She has given so much love to so many people, and she has received so much love from so many people. I love Miss Mary forever.
My aunt, fat dad, welcome to the Light family, to y'all one. I'm business for Light, and I always love her. I'm always be around for her the rest of my life. And I so hate that she gonna left me.
Okay, this is Quan. Mama Mary was my godmother. She truly came into my life and made a big impact on my life. She was there for me like no other, and I was there for her as well. I'm just so happy that I was able to come across such a great family path. I'm glad that I was able to be an extra crutch for myself.
The way that she loved people, the way that people loved her. I can remember times when I used to work in a liquor store and I had a tip box on the counter. Please don't walk in there and think you're gonna walk out without leaving me a tip. That's not gonna happen. I can remember a time a man tried to walk out and she was like, hey, put some in my granddaughter's box. Why he wanted to leave me only 50 cents? She dug in his pocket and pulled out a 5 and put it in my box. Grandma Mary, we're gonna miss you for so many things, so many reasons. Just watch over us and just know that we love you. We're gonna miss you every day. And we're gonna continue to carry on the memories and all the laughs and everything. We love you. We miss you.
Hello. My funny moment with Miss Polite was just a couple of weeks ago. I had on a t-shirt that says, won't stop, can't stop. And she read the back of my shirt and she looked at me and was like, oh, Shonda, you've lost weight. And then she read the back of my shirt that said, won't stop, can't stop. And she said, won't stop, can't stop what? Eating. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. Didn't you just say I lost the weight? Love you. Will always remember and love you.
Granny, to be blessed with a grandma that's not blood related to you is about just one of the best things that ever happened to me. And that lady was you. You a different breed. You taught us to be different breeds. Yeah, walk around snooty because that's what you should do. Sure did. You took us in as your own. And we love you dearly for that. 37 years of memories. That's what I got. That's what I have. And that's what I will take with me for the rest of my life. You are the definition of amazing, strong, independent, God-fearing, crazy, loving, cussing, whooping, beating, just everything. You're just all those things in one lady. And nothing makes me happier to know that I was your grandchild. God put us in each other's lives for a reason. He allowed your child to meet my mom, which was just about the coolest thing he could have done. I love you and I miss you. And give my girl some sugar up there. Bye, Granny.
Yeah, my name's John Knight. I'm an attorney here in Albany, Georgia. Been practicing about 43 years. I've known Mary Polite for about 41 years. Met her over at Court Alley before they tore it down and made Central Square. But Mary was a very nice person. She would do anything in the world for you. In reality, we only have one or two true friends in life that we can really depend on, that we would trust our life to, and to me, Mary was that kind of friend. I'm sure we're going to miss her. If anyone makes it to heaven, it's got to be Mary.
Hello, I'm Connie Knight, John's wife. I haven't known Mary as long as Johnny has, but she was a terrific person, and we're sure going to miss her.
I would like to send my condolences out to the Polite and Davis family. Miss Mary Polite was a great woman. She was a great businesswoman. She brought structure and accountability. You know, growing up, you know, with Jeremy, I always knew when it comes to, you know, hanging around his mom or his grandmom, they made sure that we stay out of trouble and they made sure that we stayed busy. As you guys may or may not know, when it came to chores, we had to make sure we got those chores done, because if not, we would be held accountable for it. But on a serious note, all in all, I just want to let you guys know that Miss Mary Polite will be missed, but never forgotten. And I want you guys to stay strong, and we're here for you.
Hey, Granny, I miss you so much, and I always remember you in my heart, and I love you very much.
Hi. I want to tell you a story about Mom Mary. Back in the day, when she and my dad ran the liquor store in a club called Another World, from time to time, I would go up there and visit my dad, sit up there and have conversations with him. And there was always this older gentleman that would come in there and buy half a pint of bar and gin. Whenever he purchased the gin, he always paid with change. Now, I noticed my daddy never counted the change. He would just scrape it up and put it in the drawer. And the gentleman would just go on about his business. That's the way they did business. But this particular day, I was up there visiting my dad, and he asked me to watch the store while he went next door to the club. Mom Mary shows up, and she said, "Kenny, where's your dad?" I said, "Well, he's next door. He went to the other side, went in the club." She said, "Okay." So she went to the back of the store, business as usual. Guess what? Here comes this old gentleman, comes in the store. He asked for his favorite, a half a pint of bar and gin. So Mom Mary comes from the back and say, "Hey, can I help you?" Sure, he wanted his half a pint of bar and gin. I gave him the gin. He gave the change to Mom Mary. And she sat there and counted every cent. It was a couple of pennies. And she realized for the price, she said, "Baby, you 2 pennies short." He said, "Well, She said, "Well, I tell you what, baby. You go out there and find my 2 pennies and come on back and I see you get this liquor right here." Guy looked, he was shocked because he always came in and don't know what he gave my daddy. My dad would scoop it up, put it in the drawer. But that particular day he met Mom Mary and she wanted every cent, those 2 pennies. Sure enough, the guy went out the door, came back later on with the 2 pennies in the change and got his bar and gin. But I also want to say to Mom Mary, I appreciate and want to thank you for giving me the sense of security to feel like I was your son, even though I was your stepson. You gave me that sense of security to know if I ever needed anything, you was always there for me. You would always be there for me. And I love you, and I want to thank you for making me feel as though I was your son and not your stepson. God knows best. Love you forever.
Granny always reminded me I need to be on a diet. And her next thing would be, "Where your boy at?" I'll cherish the time I got to spend with her and the life lessons I learned. We love you, Granny.
Mom Mary, a great woman, a great business person. I remember my first memory that kind of burned in my brain to let me know who she was. And I was a young boy, preteen. And I was in her office. I was waiting on Joyce to come pick me up. She had a gentleman in there. And obviously he hadn't done what he was supposed to do, whether it wasn't pay his bill or didn't perform some job he was supposed to do. And she was letting him have it. So I'm sitting there all timid and shy, not knowing what to say or knowing what to do. So once he leaves, she ushers me in, gives me a hug and a kiss, and I sit down next to her at a desk, and she calls the next gentleman in, and it's the same situation. She didn't mince words. She let you know what she was about. And from that moment on, I understood that she was a fierce business person, but she also had that loving, motherly nature that was inalienable and ingrained in her from her upbringing. And that's what I think about her when I think the most. Just the love she showed for me and how grateful I am that she was a part of my life. And I want to say she was just a great person, and I'm so glad to have known her, as many of us are.
What do I say about my mom, Mary Polite? A wonderful mom, one who set examples, good examples for me. Even though I didn't always follow them, she was that kind of mom. She was a pillar of this community, a hard-working woman, a woman who gave and gave and gave and gave. And my mom had a sense of humor without trying to have one. I can remember little incidences that have happened over the years, and I'll tell you about one. Years ago, there was a restaurant in downtown Albany named Queens. So she and my Uncle RJ got out of the car one day, and a couple of coins rolled under a car that was not hers. So she tries to look somewhere and can't get them out. She walks into the restaurant and says, "Hey, who's driving this blue Dodge out here?" The lady says, "I am." "Well, how about moving so I can get my money?" So the lady looking like, So she walks back out. Mind you, it's raining. She gets down on her knees and retrieves those 2 quarters that that fell under somebody else's car. Mom didn't see that as being comical, because it was her 2 quarters, and she felt like she should get them. My mom was always in the midst of doing something to better somebody. Herself, myself, my family, this community. And we're certainly going to miss her. But we're just proud to have known Mary Polite, the icon of this community.
Hi there. Just been watching the videos and looking at all the kind words, and a couple of people that have messaged me that didn't necessarily want to talk on camera, but I echo all of you guys' sentiments. My grandmother was one of the most iconic people in my lifetime to me. You know, whether celebrity, superstar, her work ethic was just simply amazing. I know all the funny stories from her taking the broomstick upside somebody's head until she counting every last penny of every dollar, or reaching up under her car to make sure she got that 1 quarter. All of those images in my head just give me happy moments, just knowing what type of woman she was. She was hardworking. She was dedicated to making sure that her children and grandchildren had a successful legacy behind them. But she's also loving. I remember just her being in the kitchen and taking care of us sometimes when my mom or dad would go out of town, and on vacations, just making sure we had some of the best times of our lives. But also when it was time for us to get those tough lessons, she was there to make sure that we knew what was right from wrong. Very disciplined, but very loving woman. And I'm gonna miss you, Granny. I love you. All the way down to the bowling alley days, to just you coming to games and having a smile on your face. As I grew and matured, just seeing you come overseas and kind of seeing the evolution of all the dreams that you helped make my realities. And I just, I want to thank you for all that you've done for me. I want to thank you for all you've done for Southwest Georgia, and just for being the ultimate professional, the ultimate businesswoman, and the ultimate matriarch. You know, you showed us how to raise and run a family, and I love you, and I thank you for that, Granny. Till we meet again.
I'm Bo Dura. I've known Mary since I came to Albany in early 1987. It struck me as odd that here was a lady who was a bail bondsman. And of course, it didn't strike anybody else as unusual, because Mary knew everybody in town and everybody knew Mary. Working in the courthouse, you got to know Miss Polite. Mary was a wonderful person, a unique figure in the community, beloved. You'd see her in the bank, everybody come up to her. But you always knew Mary was doing pretty well, because on Friday afternoon, you would see her in the bank with a sack. And over the years, she had Nesses and Polites, and I would go down there sometimes. When I was on the city commission, the city took the property, and I was glad. Mary and I went around for several days looking for new locations, and she subsequently selected that site down on Highland where it is today. I know Mary's been sick the last few years. She'll be missed. She was loved. She was a great woman. Thank you.
Boom, boom, boom. Last night I saw you in my dreams. Now I can't wait to go to sleep. Last night I saw you in my dreams. Now I
say hey, Granny.
Say what?
Say hey.
To who?
To YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
So loud for you, 'cause I'm so proud of you. And let me tell you what I'm about to do, Mama. You know I act a fool, but I promise you I'm going back to school. And I appreciate what you allowed for me. And I was 3 years old when you and I moved to the Chi. Late December, harsh winter gave me a cold. You fixed me up something that was good for my soul. Famous homemade chicken soup, can I have another bowl? You work late nights just to keep on the lights. Mommy got me trainer wheels so I could keep on my bike. And you would give me anything in this world. Michael Jackson leather and the glove, but didn't get me no curl. And you never put no man over me. And I love you for that, mommy, can't you see? 7 years old, caught you with tears in your eyes, 'cause somebody cheating, telling you lies. Then I started to cry as we knelt on the kitchen floor. I said, Mommy, I'ma love you till you don't hurt no more. And when I'm older, you ain't gotta work no more. And I'ma get you that mansion that we couldn't afford. See, you're unbreakable, unmistakable, highly capable lady that's making loot, a living legend too. Look at what heaven do, send us an angel. And I thank you, Mama. I wanna scream so loud for you, 'cause I'm so proud of you. And let me tell you what I'm about to do, Mama. You know I love you so, and I never let you go. And I wrote this song just so you know, no matter when you go. Last night I saw you in my dreams. Now I can't wait to go to sleep. Last night I saw you in my dreams. Now I can't wait to go to sleep. Last night I saw you in my dreams. Scream so loud for you, 'cause I'm so proud of you. And let me tell you what I'm about to do, Mama. You know I act a